The BMW M5 has always been the performance benchmark if you're looking for a mid-size performance luxury sedan. However, that benchmark was slightly lost when BMW killed off the Manic V10 powered version back in 2011. Today I'm at the 2017 Los Angeles Auto Show, and this is the fully redesigned 2018 M5. Let's take a first look. So when BMW introduced this 5 Series just a year ago, its design certainly has a lot of the traditional BMW design cues. Honestly, I didn't personally think it was different enough for an all-new 5 Series. You can see for the all-new M5, BMW is basically taking this conservative design language of the 5 Series and pumping it up. You have its own unique front fascia, a darker version of the corporate twin kidney grille, and then these full LED headlights, which certainly make this car look a lot more premium. I also love this beautiful shade of blue. It just has a lot of sparkles and crystals in it. I think it makes this car look especially handsome. Now the M5 is BMW's mid-size offering. It's slightly bigger than the M3, and this has always been the car that a lot of performance enthusiasts at BMW always strive to get. I don't particularly like the wheels on this particular one. I think there's too many spokes. I would like to see kind of like a 5-spoke design that you see on the new M4 and M3, but you can see this particular one has optional carbon ceramic brakes with the yellow calipers. That's how you were able to distinguish it. It's a very upscale looking car with big fat wheels and tires. Now the M5 has now been switched over to all-wheel drive. This is known as BMW's MX-Drive system. It's primarily a rear drive biased all-wheel drive system until the front or the rear wheels can't handle any more of the power, then it switches to the front. BMW also allows you to turn off the all-wheel drive system entirely and make this car truly rear-wheel drive, kind of like the Mercedes-AMG E63S. Now the rear of the vehicle, again, has the traditional BMW styling elements, quad exhaust, there's an M5 badge here, and then slightly more pumped up in terms of the body kit. There's a subtle rear spoiler. I think it's a really handsome looking car, basically as nice looking as the new E63 AMG from Mercedes, especially when it's finished off in this blue, but overall it's a little bit, still a little conservative on for me in terms of the design, but that may go well with a lot of traditional BMW owners. So the most important aspect of any M5 is always what's going on underneath the hood. Now this 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 is basically the same block as the old engine. However, BMW has upped the power. This now makes an even 600 horsepower, which is kind of the new benchmark for this class, and 553 pound-feet of torque. Now that's increases of 40 horsepower and 53 pound-feet over the old model, but still 3 horsepower less than what you get in the top spec E63S. Now it all goes through an 8-speed automatic. The 6-speed manual is gone, and the MX-Drive all-wheel drive system, that is standard. You can still put this vehicle in a rear drive mode if you guys want to do those smoky drifts, so BMW kind of gives you the choice of that. Now, there's not really any fuel economy data yet. However, BMW has said this is the most powerful and quickest sedan they've actually ever produced, with 0 to 60 times of 3.2 seconds. So it kind of gives you that bragging right. I am looking forward to getting this out on the road. I was really impressed with the M550i that I drove earlier this year. I imagine this will be even better. For the inside of the new M5, you can see it has a lot of the elements that we know and love in the current 5 Series sedan. When you shut the door, it sounds nice and solid. Now I'm seeing several distinctive M touches in here. First of all, I'm noticing a lot of red accents. The starter button is red. You have this red M1 and M2 button on the steering wheel. There's some red accents here on the shifter. And overall, I think the interior feels expensive. It just doesn't look all that interesting in terms of the design. If you guys sit in the new E63S Mercedes, that has 2 LCD screens, it looks like it was taken out of the S-Class, and that to me looks a little bit more premium. This is kind of on the same level as Audi, where I think Audi needs to work on kind of making their interiors look a little more interesting, although they do have their Google Earth interface with that virtual cockpit. Now the seats, you can see M specific, they really hug you. I like the way they look as well. You can choose between all different sorts of colors. Now for the first time as well, BMW is introducing their full line of driver assistance, active driver assistance tech on the M5. Previously you couldn't get all of the features on the old body style because BMW always kind of put this in the performance end. Now you're probably noticing the transmission selector. As I said before earlier, only an 8-speed automatic is the transmission available. The manual is gone, so unfortunately those of you who wanted to stick in your M5, you can no longer get that, as BMW tends to move away from that. Now this new M5, no pricing has yet been announced. It'll go on sale in either the spring or the summer of this year. Now the old M5 I believe started at just over $100,000. I don't expect this one to start any less. It's a pretty expensive vehicle that's at the high end of the BMW M Performance division. But for Redline Reviews at the 2017 Los Angeles Auto Show, I'm Sofyan Bey.